Only just started, sweet. Okay, so we'll start with a really wide position squat. So think about sending the hips backwards and we'll go down for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just in case you've been doing some nice long walks, we'll just give ourselves a nice little stretch, chin to chest, bring the hips back, and just gently, gently float down towards the floor. If you think about sending your lateral parts of your feet into the mat, so you're creating a bit of a stretch through the inner thigh, take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really try and let that rib cage expand on the inhale. Out breath. And then walk both hands to one foot or one shin if your flexibility prefers the shin to the foot. Again, take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one. Well done. To the other side. Again, take a breath in. And out. Again. Last one. And then gently back to the centre. Start bringing your feet back in with a nice soft bent knee. And then up we come. And we'll go straight into some balance work today. So let's take our front leg into that flexion position of the hip. So we're just going to hold, and then spread the toes, and then just circle through the ankle joint. Just notice how that ankle feels, and then circle back, and then pendulum, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bring the knee if you can back to the other knee, draw the tummy in, and then just lift for 8, for 7. You can always hold on to something if you feel you need to, guys. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then float that foot over the other one. Bring the hips back again into that roll down into the hamstrings as we just gently, gently let everything just hang. Take a beautiful deep breath in and out. In and out. Last one, deep breath in. Softening that front knee as we restack the spine back up. Bone by bone. Beautiful. Let's go to that other side. So again, we're just going to hold, circle. Circle 3, circle 4, circle back. 3, 2, 1. Pendulum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that knee to the other knee. Lift for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take that foot over. Bring your hips backwards and your weight forwards as we gently come down. Really important stretch to keep that knee from coming out of alignment if the IT band's tight, and just let the head just hang. Again, take some deep breaths in and out. up to that centre position. Up to standing. And we'll warm up a bit through our shoulders before we lift some weights. So keep your feet into parallel. We'll just go into our Morecambe and Wise for 8 as we come up, float up into the balls of the feet. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and then right shoulder, just a nice circle for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, for the other side, 4, 3, oh my feels tight, 2, and 1, and then just float them out to the side into abduction, palms up as we come up, back and down, for 7, good, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep them shoulders going guys, and 1, and then just into breaststroke, so take it out, and again, for 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we'll just stretch through the calf muscle, so just bring the weight into the front knee, drive the back heel down, just hold that stretch. Last one, and switch the other side, push the heel in, last one, beautiful. Okie doke, so let's pick both up 2 weights together guys to do a little bit, we'll start with a little bit of internal external rotation. I'm going to say nice to see you, Gemma, but obviously you won't get your camera. And then just, always makes me laugh this class because there's 3 jumps. And then hold, take it in and out, that's it, and 2. So try when, particularly when you take the weights out, if you want to, if your brain sends you that way, then go that way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, well done. And then still into first position, rib cage in and down. And we're just going to take it out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then one at a time. Hang on, let me just think. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, let's try and do that. That's it, alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place one foot forward, the other leg nice and long to the back into 12 lunges and bicep curls. For 2. Eight more for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. To that other side again. Nice back leg, nice and long. Shoulders down, and 16 on this side. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Place one down by your side on the floor. Keep our shoulders down. We're just going to lift 8, abduction. 7, it feels like spring today. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then switch again, and then just lift for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 8 the other way. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And switch hands again, and then just 16 triceps. So weight into the rib cage. Take your arm out nice and straight, and then just bend at the elbow. Bring that weight back in, nice and controlled. Straight arm and bend. For 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's switch to the other side again. Nice straight arm, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, let's stretch them out. In fact, if you've got your resistance band, give you that one. Janet. Sorry, darling. Grab hold of your band. Oh, this is why you need good range of motion. I've always got an itchy shoulder blade. So bring it like this. Just take it up and just bend at the elbow. So that should feel hopefully okay. If you feel like you've got that good range, then continue with the next one. If not, if you feel a little bit like it's hard, that move, continue with it before you try this one. This one can feel a bit intense. And again, so we're opening up the pecs. One more. And then bring it up. And then we'll do a nice side bend as we take our gaze up to ceiling to stretch out the lateral part. And then back to centre, the other way. And again, one more. And the other side. And relax. Well done. Good. Okay, let's just do a little bit more through the shoulders just to stretch them out. So we'll take it straight into triceps. So take that hand in towards the inner shoulder blade. Use the other hand to push down on the elbow. Take a lovely deep breath in. Again. Last one. Then take that hand off the elbow onto the top of the head. Bring the other one behind the back if you can. Pull the shoulder blades together and just have a little pull of that neck, not a yank. Can feel quite intense if you get a little bit of tension through the neck and the traps. Try not to let that shoulder move forward, so pull it backwards. And then gently back to centre. We'll do a little roll down, chin to chest, hips back, gently float down again. Never do this stretch too much. Just take a nice breath in. Again. Last one, breath in. Gently up. And the other side, so again, never fell over. Bring it up, push in, bring it down, so really push on the elbow, getting that stretch through the traps. And then the hand on the head, bring the other one behind your back, gently down. Take a breath in. Last one. And then back to centre. Well done. We'll just do a little bit of more kind of upbeat before we get down onto the floor. So we're just going to do a full second position plie like this, and then hands like this, and then we're going to lift for 10, lift for 9, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side, and 10, for 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then clear opposite hand to knee. So 1, 8 one side, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then last one's 8 curtsies, 8 singles, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then just grab hold of the wall or something just to hold on to give yourself that little quad stretch. So just tuck your tailbone. If you do want to kind of practice a bit more balance, you can try and take it into a dancer's pose. But the main thing is that you're feeling that stretch through the thigh muscles. Beautiful, that other side. So again, heel into butt, tuck the butt even. And then out, if you want. And relax, well done, come to the edge of your mats. So we're going to take a little bit of width through the foot, so the feet a little bit wider than hip distance, chin towards the chest. Feel like you're falling back in the hips. Bring the hips back and the weight forwards. And we're going to gently come down towards the floor. We're just going to have a little rock. Forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. And then side to side. If you can't touch the floor, either bend your knees or just grab your hands around the back of the leg. Just side to side, noticing if there's more tension through the right leg or the left, or they're pretty even. And then just soften the knees to bring it down into a 4-point kneeling position. So just tuck your toes, and we're just going to kind of do a little rock back for 8, For 7, just to fire up the core a bit. 6, the pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just 4 counter cats for the back. Breath in, round, nice and slow. Remember that our back needs lots of lubrication, and then the other way, lots of movement. Two more. Last one. And then let's try just get a little bit of strength through the core muscles. So come down onto like a forearm plank. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Really feel like you're taking, imagine hot on your belly button, hot on your t-shirt and you're drawing the belly button away. Tuck your toes and either just come up on the knees, make sure the shoulders are down, or come up for a full plank position, heels towards the floor. I'll tell you when 30 seconds is up. We're about 5 or 6 now. And that's 30. We're just going to come down into a lovely wide position child's pose. So take the big toes together, the knees out wide, and just rest into that lower back. And then walk both hands round to the right, take the top hand over the bottom hand, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one. Come to the other side. So again, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in, out. 2 more. Last one. And beyond you then. Okay, let's come to our side. I don't do any side leg this morning, so let's come onto a side leg and let's just bend that bottom knee so we've got that real nice stability through the maximum lining up. So draw the tummy in, make sure the hips are facing forward, and there's a bit of a tendency sometimes for people to rock back. So take the hips forward, lift up that bottom waist, try and maintain that gap so that when you lift the leg, the gap doesn't drop. So we're going to point the foot and we're going to lift for 12 with a pointed foot and lower. You don't have to take the leg all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to hold, we're going to lengthen, and we're going to circle for 6, circle for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to circle back, so circle back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're just going to come onto your front. You're just going to take your hands and just place them on the side of your head, And you're going to push the pubic bone down into the mat. And imagine again something hot on the mat and you're drawing the belly button away. And the leg you've just been lifting, I want you to really lengthen it, point it, and then lift it. So you're keeping your hip bone down, but you're just lifting and squeezing. Make sure the core is engaged because this is going into hip extension. So it's working the glute max, that big glute muscle. Keep the core engaged. Try not to lift the hips away. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up and then just bend at the knee and lengthen it back out again. Bend for 2, for 3, for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. Just give yourself a little windscreen wipe side to side to release any tension in the back. So we'll do hip extension first on the other leg just because we're laid prone already. So again, push your pubic bone down into the mat. It's really important that you really draw that tummy in. Lengthen the opposite leg. Lift and lower. Lift, squeeze the glute. Squeeze for 3. Squeeze for 4. So if you put your finger on your bum, you should feel it tightening quite a lot. And again, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Knee away, bring it into hamstring curl, lengthen. And 2. Keep the hip bones both on the floor. Keep drawing that belly in. 3, 4, 1, 2, last 2, 2, and 1. And then just keep your knees together. Come back into a really deep shell stretch. You'll feel like your back knee's stretching out before we do that other leg into side leg. Beautiful. And then just before we come onto that other side leg, just come onto upright kneeling. Take the hips up nice and high. Walk the hands back a little bit just to walk it into 8 downward dog heel drops. 3, 5, 6. And both together. Feel that stretch of the back of the legs, particularly into the calf. And then gently back down onto your knees to come onto that other side. So remember, with side leg, you don't have to bend the bottom knee. If you want, you can keep both legs lifted. You can do like this if you want to work really hard and try to keep that pelvic stability. Or you can bend the bottom knee, whatever feels comfortable through the pelvis. Lengthen the top leg. So we're going to lift for 16 and lower. Just make sure that when you're lifting the leg, the bottom waist doesn't start to drop, so keeping that pelvic stability. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Circle. Nice control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Just give it a little bit of a squeeze. And we'll do a little bit of bridge into glutes before we stretch those glutes out. So we're going to come onto our back and just grab hold of your ball. So make sure with bridge that the ball you put in between this, so it's like the pelvic ball, we sometimes call this. It just gives you that little bit of connection through the pelvic area. And when you're doing bridge, think about lengthening through the chest, so you really don't want the shoulders hiking in. And then you want your shins underneath the knees, feet hip distance apart, and you want to really try and push the whole of the foot, particularly the arch of the foot, into the mat. And then do that gentle little imprint into the lower back, and then start coming up, keeping the slight engagement through the ball and pushing through the foot. So you've got this lovely elongation of the hip flexors. Take a breath in at the top. And slowly provide some lubrication for the joints as we come back. Healthy back. Gently down all the way through, imprint, release. And then we're going to go again. Gently roll the lower back into the mat, squeeze the ball, start lifting the spine, sending the knees nice and long. Take a beautiful breath in at the top. And bone by bone, start restacking the spine back down. Beautiful. On the next one, you don't have to come through imprint, we're just going to bring ourselves straight up into bridge, and we're going to lift our toes. Yeah, so you're lifting your toes, the rest of the foot's on the floor, and you're going to tuck your tailbone, and we're going to just keep in that position and squeeze the ball for 10, squeeze the ball for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, nice elongation, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to push the ball of the foot in and lift the heel, tuck the tailbone again, and this time drop the button hinge for 1, for 2, for 3, drop and lift, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6 more, nearly there, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take the heels down, take a breath in, and slowly, slowly lower, and give your back a nice old stretch out by taking the ball away, cross your ankles and bring your knees into chest, have a good little roll around. Roll the other way. Good. And just before we jump on our roller, or you can keep on the floor, we're just going to do a quick glute stretch. You just take the right foot on the left knee and just push that knee away as you lift the underneath foot, or keep it on the floor, whichever one feels good. I like to just circle that ankle a little bit as well. Beautiful. And then switch. Again, push away. Beautiful. And just take a couple of little supine spine stretches, just knees to one side. Oh, this feels good. And then just grab hold of your ruler, or you can keep on the floor. I'm going to do a little bit of, not too much, I'll get my bed still on. A little bit of abdominal work before we do some nice little stretches for our shoulders and neck, or more mobility. So, if you have fallen on me on YouTube and you've never seen me before, guys, these are rollers. You need to make sure your head is connected and your bottom, so I can probably go down a little bit further. And try and keep the rib cage in and down so the ribs are touching. Hips are level, you've got a little tiny gap underneath the lumbar spine, and your chest is nice and open. And then just think about the muscle that stops your wee mid-flow. We're just going to have a gentle connection. And we're going to lift up. I've got an itch in my back. And then just bring the other leg up. So again, keep the core engaged. Imagine a tray of drinks on your tummy and you are taking the leg out and not spilling the drinks forward. And as you bring the leg back in, you're not spilling the drinks into your belly button. So the tray of imaginary drinks are stable. You are keeping a neutral spine the whole time. Nice control, keep that rib cage closed. Neutral spine works the core much better. Beautiful, let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take the right foot down and the left. Give yourself a nice big pelvic tilt forward and back, just to release any tension. And then just take them feet either side of the mat, sorry. Oh, I don't know, my back's itching. And then just internally rotate that right hip, foot and knee in towards the roller, just to open up the hip a little bit. And then back the other way. Sorry, the other side, I should have said. No. This is my dad, you know, my dad, I always say my dad's talking to me when I get an itchy back. Okay, and then back to centre. And then, let's just do that nice little bit of shoulder work, guys. So take your arms up towards the ceiling. Take one hand forward, one hand back. And the other way. So ideally, the thumb should be, not should be, but it's great if the thumb's pretty close to the floor. That's pretty ideal. And then bring them both back up together and push the palms together really quite dynamically. And then just see if you can take your arms back. And again, now far do they go? Where do they want to stop? And then back up again, and then bring your right arm up, left hand back down to the floor, and then just protract and retract. And that protraction, retraction should hopefully feel quite fluid, so it shouldn't feel like everything's clicking unless you're very tight. And 2, and 1, and then the other side. So as you protract, you're kind of thinking of bringing the shoulder blade away and retract it back in to the roller. And 2 obviously can be done on the floor. 3, 4, and then bring both of them up into our helicopter or windmill or snow angels, whatever kind of visualization works. So you go into your scissor and then both arms kind of do a semicircle and then they come back up to meeting. And again, not quite got enough room at this with the bed. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Well done. And then just take your arms down, have a nice little chin to chest. And then just imagine you've got that little pen on the nose and you're just going to draw some little circles on the ceiling. And circle that. Next tight. And then just right ear to shoulder. Back to centre. Left ear to shoulder. Back to centre. Right ear again. Left. Lovely. And then just keep one foot on the floor, just tilt one leg up, not too straight. You want to have a little bit of a gap underneath the lumbar spine into neutral. And then just flex and point the foot, just really nice for that lymphatic system. So again, you can have a nice soft knee, don't have the leg too straight. And 3, 2, and 1, and then the other side, and again, point, flex, point, flex, point. Does one ankle feel stiffer than the other? And then switch again, and this time flex the foot with a bent knee and just turn the foot in and out. In and out. We often have quite a bit of tightness on that lateral kind of foot area. 3, 2, 1, and then again the other side, and in, out. So try and keep your ankle movements going as well. And relax. That went quick, didn't it? And then come off, and then come over onto your front again, and we'll just tuck the toes, and all we're going to do is just take the hips side to side, side to side. And then back into a cow pose. Take a beautiful deep breath in, into a cat pose, back to neutral. Walk the hands back a little bit. Keep the knees nice and bent as you bring your hands back to your feet. And I'm laughing, we went to a yin workshop on Saturday night, and I took Mason and Martin and Finley, and we were trying to get us to do this. Finley was like that. He was so stiff. And then gently back up. So the moral of the story is try and stretch, guys. Thank you all. Thanks, Janet.